Hello, magical gangsters. How we doing today? Welcome to the 7 p.m. show of Gangster Magician Tarot. I will be your host, the Gangster Magician himself, okay? And I'm off today. Today's an off day for me, so I'm gonna relax a little bit. See what happens. I'm gonna force swords it. I'm gonna rest and relax over here. So just understand, that's what we do sometimes. Sometimes that's what you gotta do on your days off. Just rest and relax. It's like one of those, whatever it is. There's damp looking days out there, so it is what it is. So let's get our buddy Archangel Michael involved with the situation. He loves to come in. He says, "I'm coming out right now, brother. I got you back. I am a king of swords, for God's sakes. I see everything." Okay, and then you're also like, "Yeah, but I want the love too. I'm tired of fighting. Can we just put an end to this?" Thanks. That's what's gonna happen soon now. That's what it's saying. That's what the cards have been saying. So let's see what else they're gonna be saying. Because the way I'm seeing it right now is your biggest problem is this King of Swords in reverse, okay? That is your biggest issue right this second. I think, but here's the thing about this. This person is so anti-you. This is the actual devil, that they have it almost in the weakest possible person that they could have it in. Like the most unstable of people right now, okay? Because you have to understand, these energies jump from people to people. So when they can't get towards you, or they lose track of you, they have to go to another people. So then people at your work will start like, targeting you, or, just any last thing like that. So it's like, you can only do so much here with this. But at the end of the day is that they're making themselves seen because you're clear as day an empress. All right, so let's get these cards selinated. I mean, I just shaded them off, but it's got to be a ritual. You gotta be, if you do a ritual, you just gotta keep doing it. So it is what it is. All right, so let's get the overall energy. Let's get that energy. Seems like that Queen of Wands person, they're like, you're maybe the copycat. They're having second thoughts now. They don't really like where this is going. So that's why I think they last read they snitched on the King of Swords reverse. So let's see what we can get this time. Okay, absolutely. So this is exactly the reason. 4 Pentacles. All right, so I feel as if the King of Swords in reverse has been penny pinching or being very doing scarcity tactics with this Queen of Wands in reverse character. Okay, so I think at first when you were down, it was a little easier because there was more control. Nobody was really paying attention to you at the much. You were growing at that time. These people just knocked you down and you were getting back up. So they thought it was funny. They had a big joke at your expense. But end result now is it's not so funny no more. Okay, it's not so funny when the rabbit gets the selenite wand. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we know who's a demon and who's not a demon, okay? That's what your job is. That's what you do. You got to get, and these demons know what they are. It becomes very obvious. But this is the thing. These demons are making themselves so obvious around you that it's almost like, and here's the only thing you have to do. You don't even respond to them. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say at all. So you just roll with the punches. That's all you have to do here. Because, brother, you are 9 of Wands. You're an extremely brave, courageous person, okay? Ain't nobody gonna, say something that's gonna scare you. See, that's what this King of Swords in reverse, they're gonna try to scare you with stuff. They think that they can scare you, okay? Because maybe this energy in the past may have scared you. Maybe they are able to, get in your head about certain things. Maybe they cause you a lot of problems. But at the end of the day, you're in the prime position to hit him with a knockout shot right here, okay? And this is the devil right here, okay? This is the only way they could get close to him. This is the only way, because you have mastered yourself, okay? You've mastered it with the negative thoughts. They can't get near you. They got nothing. They got nothing. All they could do is follow you around and ridicule you, say whatever they got to say, make fun of you, say you're this and that. But you just don't even respond. You just keep going, and they just look worse and worse and worse. And you look better and better and better, and everything goes and works out for you in the end. Because they're going to say it to the wrong person, and the wrong person, because you have people now, okay? Maybe before in the past you didn't, but you do now, that care about you. Real people, okay? And if you don't, I do. I care about you. So, and I'm not even saying that, it's like, I do. So, because not only are you that Nine of Wands, this courageous, brave person, but you are a Nine of Pentacles, of course. You are almost there. You're living an abundance lifestyle. You don't need nobody. Okay, you're clearly a Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this is what a Queen of Pentacles is, Nine of Pentacles. They don't need anybody. Okay, but an Ace of Pentacles does, from a King of Pentacles, does equal, you know, infinite abundance. So that is the only reason why, at that sense, you would accept that from that. Or, you know what I mean? You don't need them for that. So it's going to be your equal, okay? Because a lot of these masculine energies, they want to come, they want to knock you down a peg, okay? They think you're a little too strong, all right? They can't control you, they said. They said you're uncontrollable. And I said, yeah, that's true. They are uncontrollable, my collective. Why would they be controlled? Who's going to control them? It's not, you're not supposed to control people. And that's how I get people a lot of times. I say, what kind of, you know, what kind of girl would you like to have? I would say to a guy sometimes, like, you know, a free spirit, somebody who, you know, does their own thing, blah, blah, or like somebody, you know, that you could, you know, probably you could control. Like they're like, oh yeah, of course somebody I could control. I said, whoa, brother. I said, really? I said, why don't you elaborate on that? I said, tell me what would make you say something like that? Because all that tells me is that, you know, that sounds like an insecure person. Why would you want to control somebody? So, but he's, you tricked me into saying, but long story short, I didn't trick you into doing nothing. You just told me who you were right there. But it doesn't make a difference because I didn't even care, because it was, I care less, but this guy's explaining himself here. But the fact is that nobody wants to control nobody, okay, in the equation of Aquarius. There's none of that. There's no dominant, you know, sex, okay, like there has been in this, you know, age of Pisces, because of this weak-minded energy from this Queen of Wands reverse, wanting to, you know, whatever it is, grade onto the hero bells of the masculine, like, oh, I needed you help, blah, blah. Like they always have to be the one who's the victim, the one who's getting saved, you know what I mean? So that made the feminine energy weak, and it made the masculine energy think that they're, you know, tough. Okay, and the fact is we're showing them really who's the tough ones now, okay, because now it's their turn to see how tough they are, okay, and then they'll appreciate, they'll appreciate what they have. Trust me when I tell you, you know why they're going to appreciate it? Because you're the star of the show. How are you not going to appreciate the star of the show? These people tried to say you weren't the star of the show, okay? And like I said, perhaps this worked in the past, okay? Perhaps they even put your light out for a little bit. Perhaps they even took your energy. Maybe they isolate. Maybe they put you in jail. Maybe you were depressed. Who knows? Something happened. You were gone for a bit, okay? But when you came back, you slowly but surely got yourself to become the best version of yourself again. Okay, so you showed everyone that you were always who you said you were. Now you're more. Now you're an actual Empress, High Priestess, Magician. You know, so it's all, and who's the Nine of Pentacles? Yeah, that's you. Okay, and you were supposed to come out to nothing. You were supposed to be a nothing. They said you were nothing. They said the person that was replacing you, that was the one. They're the one who has all the connections. They're the ones who will get you, you know, lined up to Hollywood. They would tell you're masculine. They'll get you in there. They know everybody. Yeah, you know what they know right now? You know who they know? Balls. That's all they know. Balls Mahoney is all they know, brother. Trust me when I tell you, because nobody wants to be bothered with these people. They could see what this is now. Now you come back and you're better than ever. Like, what can they say? Okay, it's either they kill their ego and come apologize, or they just live a miserable life. It doesn't really matter to us anymore with the masculine. That's where it is. We know. Okay, masculine, DM. Listen, I'm going to speak for my DF collective and myself. We know that you're miserable, okay? We know. So we don't give a fuck what you do. So either come apologize, tell us why you want to apologize, and, you know, whatever. But, you know, or stay over there and, you know, keep your pride and your ego and be miserable and destroy yourself. That's all. You're just going to overindulge yourself to death. That's all they're going to do. Okay? So it's what it is. You'll get another masculine. It's not the end of the world with this person. Trust me, I tell you. These energies go through other people. So it's like, that's what we got to understand. It's not just one person. So if this one person doesn't, it's going to go to the next one. You're going to say, oh, I love that energy. You know, it's just the energy. It's going to be, the person's going to be the same as what it was. It's going to be the same vibration. And it's just going to be like a better version or something. Okay? Because you're going to be the best version of yourself before you meet that person. So they would have to be for you to fall in love with them. But that's going to happen now. Okay? Because you know why it's going to happen, brother? Because you are the one who runs on universal energy. You are the fool, bro. You are. The innocence that you exude is why the universe favors you, okay? Because they know you don't give a fuck. They just know that. They said, we know they don't give a fuck. Because what's there to reason? There's no reason to give a fuck. You have mastered your thought process. Your thought process has made you who you are right now, okay? And whatever, Five of Wands, whatever, conflict, rivalry, competition, disagreements, strife, or tension that this, karmic energy had with you, especially this King of Swords reverse, that is all on them. That is a one-sided rivalry on their end, because you never even cared about this person. This person just knew, okay, that you would never consider them. Okay, they knew that you were not the energy for them as a divine feminine. You would never entertain this energy. You would never deal with this. They know that. They need it. This energy needs, this is like Emperor reverse embers. They need somebody that is also malicious, like another queen. They can't, or they dominate somebody that's just a good person. I don't know, but eventually that only lasts so long, especially with this scarcity tactics, because a lot of times people will stay in these relationships when there's, some type of money involved. They'll look the other way, but when it comes down to it, they're not going to, if the money's gone, then they're like, fuck this. Like, what am I even saying here? I don't even, because that's why all this was ever built on, was conditional love. Okay, we're going to take away the money in this situation with the divine masculine. We're going to take away all the money, and we're going to see how everybody manages. And we're going to bring all the money over to the side. And you're just going to give it to who needs it, because you're going to show people what really matters in this world, okay? You're going to show them it's all about the cups over here, okay? We already know what creates abundance. We know how to do it. 10 of Cups, build your foundation. Your happiness will create the abundance, because when you're happy, then you know it. If you're happy and you know it, and your face will surely show it. So it is what it is. And when you do that, it builds your energy up, raises your vibration, and better things get attracted to you, okay? Especially in this full energy, because why wouldn't you? What are you going to be? All miserable, walk around miserable, like, oh my God, I hate this. I mean, it's like you're only choose as happy as you want to be. I know, so it is what it is. These people, that they're not going too far here. Not too much is going to work for them anymore. It doesn't work. This doesn't work. See, they want to keep doing the same thing, but it doesn't work anymore. That's why I don't understand why they just keep doing it, because like I said, it doesn't work anymore, Charity Universe. All they're doing is opposing it. Perhaps they're slowing you down a bit. It's just the end of this fucking thing. It's just slowing you down a bit, so it gets you to that point where it's like, it's just an annoyance, okay? Because these King of Swords reverse has a lack of direction. They're out of control. They're coming off aggressive, okay, arrogant. They're saying, like, very crude things, okay? They're trying to get a reaction. They're trying to, make other masculines laugh at other masculines, or, they don't like that. You know what I mean? And then even the Queen of Wands reverse characters, they're that, needing to be saved fucking thing is not really making other masculines attracted to that no more. That's they see a strong feminine like you, and they say, whoa, why would I want to put this? You know what I mean? It's like night and day now. Okay, because a lot of people has never seen a divine feminine energy that is healed. A lot of people haven't, because it's been battered that long. Okay, but they had no idea just how strong you are, okay, because you are a strong-ass divine feminine. You are the strong-ass collective here. Okay, divine feminine has been beat down for years and years and years, but the rise is here now. Okay, we waited for this exact time for this to happen too. A lot of us, you have to understand, we've already planned this in the 5D. You've already planned this with your counterpart. This has all been, documented. This is a mission that you signed this contract, and you're successful now, because you successfully identified what is going on, okay? And most people are unable to successfully identify what is going on around them, especially when it's demon attacks, because they make it like that's not happening. But when you catch them right-handed, you're like, okay, I caught you, and they still want to keep doing it. So it makes it even more, it confirms it even more now. Okay, this is going to be like the first confirmed case of like actual demons here. I think you're going to be the first person this ever happens. People are actually going to catch a demon. To catch a demon, you're going to have a show. You go up to the demon and say, have a seat. Perhaps, what are you doing here? What do you, like, you know what I mean? We'll make it like the demon. We'll have like a fake person, we lure them in. We lure these demons in with, promises of twin flame energy. And, then we humiliate them That's what we do. Okay, we like to do stuff like that because we're crazy like that. Okay, because these people, all they are is a Knight of Cups in reverse. They're just a disappointment. Okay, they're just jealous. They're just moody people. Like they're not fun to be around. It's not like there's nothing to this. They're just all they think about is opposing you, stopping you. It's all their life consists of. They have no direction. They're very unhealthy now. Okay, they're being frugal. They're having scarcity taxes with everybody around them. This is basically what it's like. Theirs. They're not. They are like making it like they're penny pinching 100%. Okay, and the fact is, Four of Cups, people are indifferent to this. Like, they don't want to be around stuff like this. This is not appealing anymore. They made it perfectly clear as King of Swords that what they are is a monster. Okay, and what you are is a Nine of Pentacles in full energy. It's very attractive energy, brother. It's very attractive. So, good job. Believe me when I tell you, getting there. Because that is something. It really is. And these people hate it. They hate it. They can't stand it. Four Cups, Four Pentacles type of people over here. Not a happy home. All about what themselves. See, they're just showing like this could be like a father to or a mother or whatever. They're coming off like they're showing just how terrible of a human being they are. And then they pretended to be this good person all these years, trying to sell themselves that way. Okay, and you knew right from the bat what this person was. Okay, you knew that this person was, working with this Queen of Wands in reverse character. You knew this. Okay, you knew this Queen of Wands in reverse character was being controlled by this King of Swords in reverse character. Okay, this Queen of Wands in reverse, this is like your counterpart. This could be like your, doppelganger, your copycat. Okay, so this person did everything in their power here to, be you. Okay, this could even be your sister, this could be your mother. This energy has been working with the King of Swords and reverse energy this entire time to stop you. Okay, so now we know that this is about this Queen of Swords, because I was basing it on here, this or the King of Swords in reverse. But this Queen of Swords, this Queen of Wands in reverse now is getting scarcity tactics. So opposing, and who are they opposing here? Who are they? This moody Queen of Wands in reverse character. Who they were trying to oppose? You, of course, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, because you're just a fool here, Nine of Pentacles. You're just doing your thing. With this Queen of Wands in reverse, they're over here acting all jealous. They're very jealous. They're still jealous because they're not going to do the right thing. They feel that they got to hold on. They feel that this King of Swords in reverse is holding out on them. Okay, so this is where it's really going to blow out. Okay, because this King of Swords in reverse is going to tell them to be patient. Okay, about the opposition. Like, when is it going to put an end to this Queen of Pentacles? When is it going to have this person keeps asking questions and is getting this Queen of Wands reverse is getting the King of Swords in reverse aggravated. So that is where, the problems are going to lie. Okay, because now they're starting to be, a little thing was they were the Three Stooges. The King of Cups has kind of fell off on this one. They don't really want to be bothered with this. Your King of Cups in reverse, your counterpart. So they're kind of falling off. Their energy's like, I don't think they may even turn these people in. That's really where it could go at. It could be both of them. Take them both out. Okay, because they love this Queen of Pentacles, that King of Cups. They always did. They just let themselves get brought down into something. Okay, they knew they loved you. They just fell for peer pressure. That's all. Now look at them. They're losing everything, but it's all right. They'll be fine. They're still a divine being. Okay, and that is why this Queen of Wands in reverse, they're going to have to give up. Okay, their confidence has been destroyed. All right, they're very overwhelmed. All right, they're done. It's finished. I mean, like I said, they're holding on Four Pentacles, just whatever they got. They're not very, they're not coming off as positive and happy as they once were. Okay, at one time when you were down, this person presented themselves as this wonderful person that wants to do everything for everybody. That's here for the big, the savior is what this person is. They love to do this. It's like they're the savior, they like to say. Okay, after the terrible stuff that you put them through. But it's like, it was like none of this was even you. Okay, and who knows that none of this was ever you? This Hierophant knows that. Okay, and then they're going to do something about it. Okay, because they know this Queen of Wands in reverse, what they are. People could see their intuition is much more strong than it once was. You can't say somebody's something when they're clear as day showing they're not. It doesn't work, okay? And then that energy of them saying that has to go somewhere, and it's going to go back to them, or it's going to go to somebody close to them. because they created this energy, and that's what's happening around them, and this is why the chaos is going to come, because they don't understand, and they think that you're doing something, but the fact of the matter is you're not doing anything but protecting yourself, sending it back to them, return to center, and that's it. Okay, what else are you supposed to do? Keep it, take the negativity, keep it. Like, no, you created it, now it's yours. Get the fuck out of here. That's what you tell these people, and they will. They're going to go. They're taking themselves out. That's why you're not responding. They're taking themselves out. They can't control themselves. They have no control. Probably fucking spying on you right now. Probably watching you through the the camera or something. Okay, Ace of Wands, because at the end of the day, you don't give two fucks who's watching you, because you have an Ace of Wands here, a new project, okay? You have an urge to create. You're making things happen, okay? You have the desire, power, and potential to start new beginnings and new opportunities. You are growing, okay? Things are growing for you, all right? Even if it's just a little bit, still growth is being seen, okay? Because at the end of the day, this Queen of Wands in reverse, well, they did, and they did a lot of crazy stuff to pretend to be you, okay? They did a lot of stuff trying to trick your divine masculine, okay? And these people, a lot of people are seeing this, okay? And now they're under judgment for that, okay? Because that was wrong. They pretended to be you, knowing full well that that wasn't their soulmate, knew that that was your soulmate. They did all this just to block a divine union, okay? And whatever, steal this energy and whatever they were promised, okay? And they got a lot of people involved, promised a lot of people a lot of stuff. And a lot of people now have to go down now because of this, okay? A lot of people ruin their entire lives because they wanted to be cool. They thought they were being cool. But the fact of the matter is you're the one who invented cool. How could these people possibly in their life think that they were going to be, because that's what it was peer pressure. That's all it came down to. They were trying to say you were nothing, okay? And whatever. And you came back from it. That's really all it came, and you became the best version of yourself. So realistically, they helped you. So thank you. We salute you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your lives, okay? If you make it that far, because we don't care what happens to you. But thank you, though. We do appreciate you. That's all you have to say to these karmics. That's it. Done. Nothing else. There's nothing else to talk about. We don't need any explanation. We don't want to hear it. Go, please. See you later. Goodbye. You're under judgment, all right? And that's what they don't want to be. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to be seen for this. They never thought they were going to be seen for this. They never thought you were going to come back. They never thought you were going to be a Nine of Pentacles. They never believed you could remain in full energy even after how bad what they did to you. This is what the lawyers, the judges, they don't understand. How are you still? They were sure that what they did to you was going to destroy you. They believed it without a shadow of a doubt that you were going to be destroyed. But it shows just how protected you really are in this situation. Okay, and that's why Eight of Swords in reverse, your counterpart sees that too, and they're releasing these negative thoughts about you. Everybody's seeing just how strong you are throughout this. Okay, so like it says here, your counterpart open to new perspectives, accepting the situation. They know who's who here. Okay, and I think that at the end of the day, they're gonna come as a King of Pentacles, King of Cups. Because you are a Nine of Pentacles with a new project. Everybody loves you, okay? That's including the Hierophant, okay? Because they want to institutionally support you. They said you're the person. They want to, make you the face of their business. They want to make you the face of, whatever it is they got going on here, because you know how to carry yourself in ways that people have never seen before in such a well-mannered and respectable way, okay? It's very, very safe. People feel very safe around you. They know that you're not going to let anything bad happen to them. Okay, because nobody can do nothing, and you know it. People know that nobody can do nothing. Plus, you're a badass a little bit, okay? So you're somewhat of a badass. But at the end of the day, you earned it. You could be this way if you like, okay? You can say whatever you want. You can talk however you like, okay? Because whatever High Priestess in reverse doesn't make a difference, okay? Because that's exactly what this is, all right? This is the couple of witches here. So you got High Priestess in reverse and a Queen of Wands in reverse. Now, this could be the same person, but I believe that this is perhaps, like a mother-daughter tandem here. This is what I think, maybe a copycat mother-daughter combination. One is like, older than the other. So the High Priestess in reverse will be older, and the Queen of Wands in reverse will be like the one who, does all the stuff. And this one's like controlling everything from the background, this High Priestess in reverse. So that could even be your counterpart's mom, that could be your own mother. This Queen of Wands could be your sister, this could be a copycat, it could be anybody, okay? But at the end of the day, nothing is going to stop you, this fool. All right, nothing's going to stop you, this Nine of Pentacles, from getting this Two of Cups. I mean, it's always going to be there. It's always going to come, and you're always going to have it. There's never going to be blocked. It can't be, okay, because they tried everything. This was what it was all about, keeping you separated from your, divine masculine. But now they're in the Eight of Swords in reverse energy, where they're releasing these self-limiting beliefs. Your counterpart was very insecure, Okay, they've had these demons beating them into their head that they're nothing for all these years, and that they need they need these demons to survive. This is what demons do. So they're releasing all those negative thoughts, that anything about that, and they're saying that they don't need anything except you. Okay, you're the only thing that ever made them happy. You're the only one. Okay, and that is why they're not going to sit here with this. You nuts. Okay, and if they come back completely healed, that's up to you what you want to do. But I suggest, you look past whatever they did. If they come back healed, I'm not saying take back an unhealed person. I'm not ever saying that. Okay, but when who's healed. Your intuition is going to tell you. You don't even have to. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, do what the fuck you want at the end of the day. But I know when it's going to come, that just remember how far you went through this, how far it was. You were willing. This was your wish. You said this to a cop. You wished for this. All right, so it's coming. All right, I just said you wished for this, right? You wished. What was just under the deck? I said, you wish for this. You wish for this Two of Cups, okay? So just know that this is coming to you. Okay, now it's out. All right, it's not even a question of what happened, because this Two of Cups is 110%. This is what they want to block. This Two of Cups said, no, this is not being blocked, okay? And from your counterpart, releasing these negative thoughts is leading to this very quickly, okay? Because there's full energy, universal energy. You are Nine of Pentacles. Ace of Wands here, new projects are going to be started. People want to work with you, okay? And perhaps maybe this Eight of Swords in reverse person, they bring you this, Ace of Pentacles. They'll give you this Ten of Pentacles. Bring you this, Ace of Cups, because you are still a wish come true. At the end of the day, this was your wish come true, right? This Two of Cups. So Nine of Cups, that's going to happen, all right? So everything is happening for you. Ten of Cups foundation, okay? It's going to equal the Ten of Pentacles. And you're going to do this all while working together with your Two of Cups, okay? So you're going to have a business, love relationship, okay? Perhaps maybe you're going to do something spiritual, I think. Something along those lines where people are going to see exactly what you went through, and you're going to help other people. That's what I believe, okay? And that could be your wish come true, maybe. Maybe that is your wish come true, okay? So just know you are the wish come true, though, okay? Not just one, but many. Okay, so you saw that Two of Cups thing. That was sweet. All right, so we're going to end this one. All right, and I'll go into the other cards. But that was nice, though. See, that's what I'm talking about. That shows, I don't think many other people can do stuff like that, especially such on a consistent basis. How many times have you seen somebody do that? Probably, I don't believe ever. So I've done it 100 times. So it's just, and it's not even, I don't know how to do it. It just happens. That's what magic is. Magic is when something's unexplained. That is unexplained how that could possibly happen. Now I can shuffle the cards and the same card comes out again. It's very difficult to, do that. Especially right on camera. But let's see what we get here. But we know this is a good read. That was a good read. I'm pretty happy with that. You're feeling good over here. I feel happy for you. Very happy here for you. Okay. A lot of good things are coming your way. Especially with this Two of Cups. But the thing is now you got this Queen of Wands in reverse, this High Priestess in reverse. Okay, so let's look at that first. All right, so we have this Queen of Wands in reverse and High Priestess in reverse, Chariot in reverse. So they're still trying to oppose this Two of Cups, okay? So let's not get that twisted. All right, so we're not concerned about that, but the fact is, Seven of Wands in reverse, they're exhausted. They have to give up, okay? They're all coming off moody. Knight of Cups in reverse. They're just being very much a disappointment. This is a loss. They lost. They knew they lost. It's like almost like sore losers, okay? And they're trying to hold on to everything. Scarcity tactics for Pentacles, trying to keep it away from you, keep the thing, but you don't care because you already have everything. You have your Two of Cups. It was very clear that you have your Two of Cups, okay? And that's why your bravery is the reason what got you there, because Nine of Wands. You were very, very much brave. And this Eight of Swords, this release of these negative thoughts, that could be you, or it could be your counterpart, it could be whoever you want it to be. Just know that is why you have this Two of Cups. And it's going to be unencumbered, this Two of Cups. This is what your counterpart was telling me. They said they wanted an unencumbered Two of Cups. They didn't want to have it to be, they had to fight people to be with you. They didn't want to do this. They said, let them just take themselves out. So let's see what we got with this one here. Okay, so, Spaghetti-O, First one, King of Cups in reverse. Okay, so like I said, this is your counterpart. Okay, so the King of Cups in reverse, or it could be, you know, one of those Emperor reverses being shady and shifty right now, trying to offer him bad advice. One way or another, this energy, it's like a stooge. This is the third stooge. This is what this is. This is the third stooge. This is Curly of the three stooges. So see what's going on. So this is going to center around, you know, the third stooge here. So this person really is no threat to you. You know, you hope they heal, really, at the end of the day, because, you know, the King of Swords is here, okay, and they see everything, and they hope this King of Cups heals, and reverse heals also, okay, because they don't want to play these games, they said they've seen enough, and they're going to come out. So when they're on the bottom, they're still looking. They didn't come out yet, so they haven't seen enough. They want to see a little bit more of what this King of Cups in reverse character is up to. They want to see if this person does decide to do the right thing at the end of the day, because we're talking about right this second now, this person's in this energy, okay? So this could change at any time. This person goes up and down, up and down. Right now, things are a little crazy now. So that's why they know they're dealing with this High Priestess in reverse and this Queen of Wands in reverse. So they got a lot of negative feminine energy in their ear, and that is why they're responding this way, okay? So that's why they're King of Cups. Makes sense, but it doesn't matter. The King of Swords is watching, and they see everything. Okay, Page of Cups in reverse. So there is going to be no new love here for this King of Cups in reverse. There's no new intuitive mess. This person is cut off right now. All right, so at the end of the day, this person will not be able to approach you. So it doesn't make a difference at this very moment, because this person is going to be going through an ending, Ten of Swords. All right, so that's unfortunate. This King of Cups in reverse will be going through an ending, and there will be no new love for this person, okay? So whether or not that's your counterpart, whether that's somebody else, hopefully it is, we don't know yet. So don't get carried away. Don't think, oh, it's this one. Just know, though, the end is here for them, though, okay? And the King of Swords sees everything. So it is what it is. They're not having many creative opportunities. Coming off very childish, all right? So that's more or less this Page of Cups in reverse is. It's a childish King of Cups in reverse. So maybe your counterpart's coming off like a child right now, okay? And now, Hangman, they're going to have to pause, surrender, and be open to new perspectives if they want to, you know, heal, okay? So they are aware that they have to get in this Hangman energy. And how they get there is by, you know, they have to disappear from these people. These see what's strange with this is Queen of Wands reverse, this High Priestess reverse are getting this King of Cups sick in reverse, okay? This is why they go up and down, because you have to understand they're constantly in their ear. They're constantly in the ear, and this doesn't allow this person, Eight of Pentacles, to develop their skill, okay? Because they constantly have negative feminine energy bitching at them, telling them they got to do this, that, this, you know what I mean? They got to make more money. They got to be this. They're always keeping them on the go. So this person is not able to ever pause, surrender, and look at things from a new perspective. So this is why they're going to end up, you know, they're acting childish, they're doing whatever. They're going to do something stupid, and, you know, it's probably going to end up costing them their job, or they don't even care at the end of the day. This person, something bad is going to happen to this person where it's going to heal them, and they're going to have to see things from a new perspective. This person probably has to go to jail because they probably committed crimes, okay? And it's what it is. You know, we can't do nothing for them. Doesn't matter. Time's an illusion, so they got to pay for the price for whatever they did anyway. All right? It's not like you don't get away with this stuff. This isn't about getting away with things here. You know, it's the energies have to be balanced, okay? It's not going to be this dance. It's just like, get the fuck out of here, Seven of Wands. I was out here last, Seven of Wands in reverse. So again, this King of Cups, this childish King of Cups has to give up. They're exhausted, okay? And them being exhausted, this could put them in the land them in the hospital, okay? So then this will give them the opportunity to hang me in. This is exactly what's going to happen. So perhaps this person's going to have to, they might be on whatever it is, maybe a mental hospital, they might be emotional wreck, they might be whatever it is, going to rehab, they're going on a retreat, they're doing something, because they have to get away from this. They have to get away from this energy, and this is how they'll heal, okay? Because otherwise, if they don't heal, okay, or if they don't get away from this energy, then death is coming for them, okay? The end will be here for this King of Cups in reverse. They'll go down with the ship, okay? And that's why this person's giving up now before things get too fast and want to get in this Hangman energy. They want to pause, their pause to surrender, okay? Because they cannot remain in this childish King of Cups in reverse energy. They do not like that. They feel very, very, like, they just feel like nothing is pretty much what they feel. This person feels like worthless. I mean, and they should feel that way. Okay, this is Curly, the Three Stooges, a childish, fucking, you know, lovable person, but at the end of the day, he just can't be trusted. It's like, it's the person's like almost like a like really it's a stooge. Like you don't know, like you don't even think they have any emotional intelligence whatsoever, really at the end of the day. And if they don't get their shit together, death is coming for them. It doesn't really matter. Okay, you already knew all this, but they are 7 of Wands giving up. They're exhausted, so that tells me they could be in the hospital. Something slowed them down. Something had to stop them. Okay, it's always happened. Something stopped them. Okay, 4 of Wands in reverse, because whatever was going on with this side, with this High Priestess in reverse, this Queen of Wands in reverse, was nothing but a 4 of Wands in reverse. Okay, it was not a happy home. There was a lot of this domestic disharmony. There's a lot of yelling. There's a lot of screaming. There was a lot of, negativity. And this King of Cups in reverse, that is what got them sick. Okay, they allowed this devil energy into their life. Okay, granted, it was whatever it was, but now they have to learn. They're going to lose everything because of it. And hopefully, it is what it is. But who cares? I mean, what can you really do, really, at the end of the day? Because 6 of Wands, you're going to be publicly recognized for all this. This person, what this King of Cups in reverse did to you, will lead to you being publicly recognized, and there will be a wealth transfer, because this person did something that was so heinous. Okay, agreed with these, King of Swords in reverse, the devil, this, High Priestess in reverse, this Queen of Wands in reverse. They did all their bidding. They were the biggest stooge of them all. Now look at them. They're exhausted and giving up. Now they want to give up. Okay, because they don't want to be here. But when you told them about it, they didn't want to listen. But now they want to listen. But now it's too far. Now what the fuck can you do? They're going to have to they're going to go to jail. They've committed white collar crimes, way too many. Or people did it at their business. One way or another, they're getting exposed. They're going down with the ship. They didn't get out. They didn't get out fast enough. The ship is already going down. There's already a hole in it. They didn't get off. Okay, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. They did not get off. Okay, so they're being seen for just exactly, how they wanted to take the shortcuts to, to get that money. Okay, they didn't want to work hard. Okay, they didn't want to be ambitious, action oriented. Okay, they wanted you to go through all this, and then they were going to collect everything. But that's just not going to happen. This is exactly, I'm talking about your King of Cups in reverse. They wanted you to go through all the karma, and they were going to collect all the twin flame energy. Okay, because that got sold to them by this karmic energy. Okay, so realistically, they did get completely manipulated in this situation. So it wasn't like they just came and thought about this. Okay, because if none of this karmic energy was here, this person would have never became like this. But these people completely turned them into this. And the fact that matters is that they still want them to come back to this. Okay, even after they see that they're sick. So it's like this person may be sick in bed, and then all this karmic energy is around them arguing about blah, blah, blah. Maybe if who gets what from this person. Like, they don't even care that the person's sick. And you were the only one who ever cared. You would have been the only one. And they're sitting there thinking that right now, and they're like, man, wow, they were right. It's the only one. Then they're telling themselves right now that we hope, then they say to themselves, I hope I can survive so I can make this up to them. That's what they're saying to themselves. I hope I get past this. And now they're, and they're going to get stronger and stronger, and then they're just going to get up, and these people are already going to be gone. They're going to be done. There's nothing left for these people. Okay, that's why the 5 of Cups is here. Okay, they're in regret. It's disappointment. But, this king, they're in regret. I mean, this king, they know what they did was wrong. Okay, but at the end of the day, it had to be done. That's what we have to keep remembering to ourselves. This King of Cups in reverse had to go through this, just like you had to go through what you went through. Because like I told you a million times, if this person just came in, chose you, saved you right off the bat, what would you really have learned? How would you have known how strong you really are? Do you think you would have figured all this out, or would you have been, what would have happened? Or you would have just been continually attacked from this karmic energy and eventually had to go through this anyway, in just another kind of way, okay? And it would be a lot longer down the road before you even get to, live your wish. All because you want to, listen to motherfuckers, okay? You don't. That's why you're not listening, because you know exactly what's going on, okay? And this King of Cups, they didn't want to believe, but that's how they believe now. That's how they see it. See it for themselves. It's all right. Not a big deal. Okay, and that's why you have the Ace of Wands again, because the new projects here, your urge to create, so if they lose everything, it don't really make a difference, because at the end of the day, 10 of Cups is going to create the abundance. I mean, it's coming no matter what. That's what it says. There's an infinite amount of abundance. Okay, it's not running out. Okay, you see, the world had this thought where they thought everything was going to run out. No, the things are not running out. They're staying where they are. Okay, because the sun is what it's all about. Because you're the one who brings the fun. Because you are the sun. Okay, because it all revolves around this. Okay, the sun is what powers all this. Okay, so when you are the one who's the power, then you're the one that this all revolves around. And that's why everything is going to keep going, okay? This abundance is going to keep going. The positivity that you've been bringing to the table is going to continue, okay? And you're just going to keep getting better and better and better each day. I mean, realistically, that's all you're doing is getting better and better each day. It doesn't matter what if you don't see it, because, you know, a lot of times progress is not seen, but it doesn't mean the progress wasn't made, okay? So you are moving along, at least spiritually at the end of the day, if you haven't seen what you needed to get physically. But that'll all manifest then in the 3 day. Everything's going to work out for you. Trust me when I tell you. That's why you're here, because you're gonna be like how we are. We're all going to get there together. We're all going to show everybody, okay, that we're the best around. Okay, and that's why you being the best around, they want to put it off now. This King of Cups in reverse, they want to put off the end round, okay, because they know you're the best you can be right now, okay. And this person does not stand; they're nowhere near ready to come around you, okay. So they're trying to put off this ending because now they're scared, okay. They knew they had to go through this karma, but now they're scared. They're holding off, okay. That's why they're being childish. Page of Cups in reverse. That's why they're being probably crying. King of Cups in reverse. Knight of Pentacles, they're not getting what they thought they were going to get here, okay, and that's why, Seven of Wands reversed, they're giving up, they're quitting, they're exhausted, okay, and this could lead them to the hospital, but it will also lead them to the Hangman and give them the opportunity to think, to pause, surrender, look at things from new perspectives, because this Queen of Wands in reverse and this High Priestess in reverse were constantly, I'm saying when you have energies like that constantly yapping in your ear, it's very difficult, okay? And that's why this Four of Wands is reverses here, because there was a lot of domestic disharmony. This King of Cups in reverse did not want to see this. If it was his mother, if it was her significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, they did not want to go home to this person, okay? In the reality, I believe they sat in their car after work and watched videos of you, okay, or watched pictures of you online, okay, whatever it was, whatever you do, okay? They know they're seeing how you are right now, and it turns them on. So just know that's why, the new project is here. You have this urge to create. You're never going to stop. You're never going to stop because, again, you are the one who brings the fun because you are the sun. I mean, how many times are we going to say this? I mean, it all revolves around you. It's all revolves around. So this King of Cups, they're trying to delay the inevitable, but they're going to go down because they're exhausted. They're giving up, okay? And Two of Wands in reverse. They don't have any plans. They have no plan here. There's no they have nothing. They don't even know where to start, okay? And that's why what happens when you don't know where to go, when you don't have nowhere to start, okay, and you're childish energy, that very crybabyish, trying to put, this is when Seven of Wands reverse, you give up. People give up now. They have nowhere to go, okay? They don't know. They're scared, okay? They're very scared, Seven of Swords, because they're scared of the betrayals. They're scared that these people are going to betray them, this Queen of Wands in reverse and this High Priestess in reverse, because they've already threatened to this King of Cups that if they come towards you, that, they'll expose what this person did, which they did probably some weird stuff, but who cares? A lot of people have done it in their time. That was what they were supposed to do. So a lot of this was forced upon them, though. Okay, so they probably came from a family of witches, and this was like this was almost normal. So you have to really, give them a break on that one. It's not like they were out here, being the ringleader. They were the third stooge. Okay, remember that your DM is the third stooge. They have no say in this situation. They had to listen to this King of Swords in reverse, who is the devil, mind you, and this, Queen of Wands in reverse, High Priestess in reverse energy. Okay, the High Priestess in reverse energy has been torturing your DM for many years, okay? But now they've seen exactly what this real strong feminine energy is through you, and, these people are threatening, okay? But at the end of the day, nobody's going to listen to what these people say. That's why your counterpart's just like, whatever, okay? That's why they're delaying it, though, okay? Because they're still kind of scared, but they're giving up. They're getting to this Hangman. They have to pause, surrender. So that is why they're going to end up getting sick. They're going to have to go to a hospital, a rehab, something like that, a retreat, because they need to get away from these people. And that's exactly that's the way they get away from them, okay? And then we'll see what happens from there, okay? Because at the end of the day, you're always going to have this lover's energy with you, okay? So one way or another, this is what they want, all right? They are King of Cups in reverse, but they still have, that's what they want. This is all they really cared about the whole time, was this lover's energy, okay? So them being in this Hangman will get them to this point, and then Ace of Wands, you'll be able to, have a new project with them perhaps, but they have to be healed, okay? You have to also, if they lose everything, this is still your other half. So I'm just saying, you'll feel it out You're not going to, it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what I say or what you think, because when it happens and you are, you know, it's going to happen. What's going to happen is going to happen anyway. So really, that's why the Lover's energy is here. Okay. Because you are, okay. Who does this King of Cups love more than anybody? But they're in the reverse, though, okay? This is Curly the Three Stooges. They very childish. Page of Cups in reverse, okay? They Seven of Wands. Now they're giving up. They're exhausted, but Death in reverse. They are resistance to change. They're holding off, okay? But this is only going to get them sick, and they're going to have to get in the Hangman. So they'll have to pause. They'll surrender, okay? They're going to, you know, see things from a new perspective. See that this, you know, this home, that this domestic disharmony with this Queen of Wands reverse is nothing but a Four of Wands, that they don't want this, okay? That they want to be towards you with this, you know, Ace of Wands, this new project. They want to be in this Lover's energy, okay? They want to be with you, the Queen of Cups, that is, okay? So, all right, so we know that they want this, okay? They're not in, right this sec, this is a real time one right here. They're not in the right state of mind. So if they do approach you, you must walk away, okay? But it is getting to that point where this person is healing, because now being this hangman is humongous, because now this will give them time for their brains to, it has to like regroup again, okay? This person probably wasn't sleeping. They probably were indulging. They were having so much black magic done. This person's head's like mush. So what do you expect? I mean, look at all that, like, you know what I'm saying? They're like mush. This is what they are. This is mush, okay? Page of Cups reversed, King of Cups reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. That's mush. Two of Wands in reverse, okay? Seven of Wands in reverse. But that's why you walk away in that sense, because you are a Queen of Cups. You don't need it. You are, will always return to this. It will always be your default. So thank you guys. Have a great day. I appreciate you. This is the 7 p.m. show. Hope you're enjoying everything. I really do appreciate my new subscriber. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to keep giving. I will be consistent. Trust me when I tell you, you'll never have to worry about me going away. And if I do, and I can't make something particular, I will inform you, okay? So you don't have to ever get worried. So you always know, 7-11, brother. So love you. Just bye.